Good morning, and welcome to episode 149 of Getting Rich. I'm your host, Rich Checkan, president of Asset Strategies International, and today is Wednesday, November 22nd, 2023. I can't believe it's been 3 weeks since I joined you here, but I'm glad to join you again on Thanksgiving Eve. In the meantime, I attended 2 different conferences, the New Orleans Investment Conference, I saw many of you there, and the President's Week Annual Conference in Miami, the 27th annual for Joel Nagel, and I saw several of you there as well. In the meantime, we also had our 4th quarter webinar with Adrian Day and I welcoming Brian London from Jefferson Financial as our guest. So a lot has gone on in the past 3 weeks, and in the meantime, I wanted to share thoughts, in 2 consecutive weeks on how I thought gold was doing its job in 2022 and how it's doing its job in 2023 for those doubters out there. In the meantime, as well, a few things have hit the economic news. First off, CPI has been easing. Consumer price inflation has been easing a bit. It's still up from where it was even at last year's accelerated levels, but it has eased a bit. Housing starts have fallen. Debt continues to climb, with individual credit card debt now up over, I think, 1.06 trillion. Not a good development. Unemployment has been ticking up. The good news is we've got a agreement for a ceasefire and a hostage exchange for some of the hostages in the Israeli-Hamas conflict. The other big news over the past 3 weeks is the dollar has fallen. It's taken a serious tumble. So let's take a look at the impact of that on the precious metals prices, since we haven't updated them since November 1st for you. Gold is at $2,001.40 this morning. That's up 0.9% from 1983.20 on the 1st of November. Silver is up 5.4% to $23.95 from $22.72 an ounce. Platinum is up 1.7% to $946 an ounce. It was $930 3 weeks ago. And palladium is the only loser in the bunch, down 4.2% to $1,094. It actually did dip below $1,000, but it was $1,142 3 weeks ago. With silver vastly outperforming gold, the number of ounces of silver it takes to buy an ounce of gold, the gold-silver ratio, is down to 83.87 from 87.63 a few weeks ago. And as I said, the dollar has taken a tumble. On the U.S. Dollar index, it's at 103.69. It was 106.86 a few weeks ago. So the bottom line is gold is surging a little bit. As I talk to investors both at the NOIC and the PWAC conferences, I don't believe investors are in this market. I think the gold market is currently being supported by central bank purchases, which are on pace this year to exceed last year's incredible pace, a 60-year record. So central banks are propping this up. We have some safe haven buyers, some safe haven speculators on gold, but investors by and large are not in this market. They need to be if we're going to get over and sustain ourselves over $2,000 an ounce, in my personal opinion. We'll see how that develops over time. In the meantime, despite all the bad news that I just shared with you over the past few weeks from the economic indicators, the reality is we have much to be thankful for, and we want to take this time over the next couple days to express our gratitude and our thanks for all the many blessings we have in this world. Don't lose sight of how good we have it at this time in the evolution of humanity. As always, we like you to go ahead and join us on YouTube, like us, send us your comments and questions, follow us on social media. Follow us on our free monthly newsletter and twice weekly alerts. But in the end, don't ever forget that getting rich starts with keeping what's yours.